Dimming your light just to make others feel comfortable and confident is self-harm. It is not your job to accommodate to people's insecurities, to people's lack of worth, to people's lack of self-confidence. It is not your problem. These are things that people need to go on their own journey and discover, and how to get a sense of self-worth, how to gain more confidence, and how to stop identifying with their insecurities. And it does more harm than good. You're allowing them to continue this behavior of low confidence, low worth, high insecurities every time that you dim your light just to make them have a little boost. I have been a victim of dimming my light, and in the summer of 2024, that was something that I realized and how much harm it was causing me. So for the last half of 2024, that's what I constantly worked on. I worked on my sense of self-worth. I worked on stop dimming my light. I worked on surrounding by people who do not feel less when they are around me. I worked on being unconditionally myself and my full authentic self, because when you dim your light, it really does pull you away from being yourself, and you kind of do lose your sense of self because you're hiding something about you. That's great. You're hiding something that's so amazing about you, but you're only hiding it just to make someone feel comfortable. You are not meant to live this life to allow others to feel comfortable. You are meant to live this life to make yourself feel comfortable and to make yourself feel as abundant as possible. And dimming your light could happen in so many ways. It could happen when you're at work, it can happen with your friends, it could happen with your partner. And I feel like dimming your light comes from a sense of people pleasing. In relationships, I would always have to dim myself to make people feel more confident about themselves. And because I had that repetitive pattern, I kept attracting people who were low confident, low self-esteem. And with that, I had to adjust to lower myself to fit their standard of what it feels like for them to feel above their partner, to feel confident, to have a high sense of self-worth. And then at the end of the day, that just did me more self-harm, because now here I am dimming myself, and every time I try to shine, boom, it gets shut down, all because I kept allowing this behavior. You know, with friendships, you might be doing something different than your other friends, and a lot of times your friends might feel like, wow, I wish I was doing that. I want to be like that. How come I can't be like that? And so when your friends are projecting their insecurities onto you with something that you really value about yourself, but they keep tossing all of their insecurities onto you, that makes you feel like, maybe I should lower myself so I can keep this friendship. But that's not healthy. When you have friends, if you're doing something that your friends wish that they were able to do, your friend should look at you as inspiration to get to where you are. I'm looking at my friend, I'm like, wow, they're really successful. I want to become better. Like, they're inspiring me. I'm gonna try to get on their level. I'm never ever going to make it feel like my friend needs to lower themselves and get on my level to become friends with me. In friendships, I 100% believe that it's like, I'm up here, you follow me. They're up here, I'm following you. And you're just constantly elevating each other. You shouldn't be in a friendship that is constantly lowering you and making you feel less than what you are. If this video came across your page, let this be a reminder to stop dimming your light. You are missing out on so much opportunity. You are missing out on becoming the best version of yourself. Just because other people are not becoming the best versions of themselves around you, it does not mean that you need to follow their path and dim your light to be on their path. Become the light. Maybe they'll follow you one day, but never ever dim your light for people who are not even in the position that you want to be in. And I feel like everyone always struggles with self-worth, self-confidence, their insecurities, their self-esteem, their self-concept. We all struggle with it. But when you're an individual that worked so hard to be confident in yourself and to be comfortable with yourself and accept yourself for who you are, and just having people constantly projecting at you, don't let that work go to waste. You worked way too hard to allow projections to get in the way of your true potential and to allow projections to get away from who you are trying to become. Like, I wish I could go back in time and tell myself, yo, stop dimming your light just to make this relationship work. If you're already dimming your light to make this relationship work, it clearly isn't the right relationship. And I would go back in time to tell myself, stop listening to your family's projections. Just because your family doesn't do one thing and is questioning a lot of the things that you do to better yourself doesn't mean that they're right. And same thing with like friends. If I can go back in time, I would tell my younger self to be confident in the achievements that I've made, to never feel afraid of expressing an achievement just because I might make someone feel bad, and to keep being myself. If being myself makes someone else feel bad, that is not my problem. And that is just something that the other person needs to work on, because I'm not doing any harm. I'm just being the most authentic person of myself. And if I'm in a room that is judging me, you know, that's still dimming my light. If I'm in a room that's judging me, that means I'm not in the right room, and I need to go and find the next room that's better for me, that's going to allow my light to shine. Judgment is such a strong like light dimmer. Like, it really does, because imagine like you're so happy with who you are, and then you go into a room, everyone's judging your personality, everyone's just judging who you are as a person. What does that do to you? It lowers you. So when you find yourself in a room where people are judging you, where you feel like you can't be who you are, where you feel like you can't express your personality, your sense of humor, it's just a sign that you are not in the right room, and these people are not your people. You will find your people, you will find your tribe over time, but don't force yourself to become friends with people who keep judging you and to try to fit into these friend groups. Because if you're fitting in, again, you're dimming your light. If you're constantly fitting in and blending in with other groups, you are dimming your light. You are not being yourself, and you're lowering yourself. You're not allowing yourself to access your full potential, all because you want to fit with a certain friend group. Are you kidding me? So yeah, come back to this video whenever you find yourself dimming your light, so you can have this pep talk, you can have this one-on-one conversation, because girl, you can do better than that. We know it, and we know that you want to shine. We know that you want to become the best version of yourself. You just need to surround yourself with the right people, your right tribe, and you need to stop lowering yourself for people. Don't ever lower yourself just to fit someone else's standards. Other than that, if you liked this video, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you like my vibe and you like what I talk about, I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribed. And I will see you guys in the next video.